Hello, my name is Miss Snow, and I am the K-4 music teacher at Katz Dalsey Academy, which is part of Camden's Promise Charter School Network. And I'm here today to tell you about an experience that I had recently singing with the Philadelphia Orchestra in a performance of Beethoven's Missa Solemnis. So let me tell you all about it. Ludwig van Beethoven is the composer of this piece of music called Missa Solemnis. He was alive from 1770 to 1827 and is a composer of the late classical and early romantic periods of music. Let me tell you all about his Missa Solemnis. Missa Solemnis was first performed in 1824, only 3 years before his death in 1827. Missa Solemnis is rarely performed due to its high level of difficulty. One of the things that makes this piece of music so difficult to sing is that there is no repetition throughout the music. Unlike his other very famous works with melodies that are still popular today. Think of his Ode to Joy. However, in this piece, in Missa Solemnis, there's no theme to come back to. Everything from beginning to end is completely new, which makes it very exciting, interesting, but also incredibly challenging to learn and perform. Another interesting thing about this piece of music is it contains elements of several different periods of music. It contains elements of the Baroque period, the classical period, and the Romantic period. It has some of the structure from the Baroque period. It has some of the style of the classical period, and it has the drama and emotion of the Romantic period. Now, let me tell you about our rehearsals and performances at the Kimmel Center. We had 10 rehearsals and 3 performances in this space. You'll look over on the right and you'll see an interesting visual element, and I'll tell you about that in a second. The Kimmel Center is located in Center City, Philadelphia. During all of these rehearsals and performances, we had to do lots of COVID tests to keep everybody safe. So there was lots of COVID testing. Let's see. Another very interesting thing, which you saw at the beginning of this slide, is this visual component that was part of our Kimmel Center performances. It was designed by architect and artist Rafik Anadol. It's actually artificial intelligence that is responding to the music that we are performing with the orchestra, and it is inspired by architecture. So images of different structures would fade in and fade out, and that was a little bit of what it looks like. All right, now let me show you what the Kimmel Center looks like from an outside perspective. That's a little bit of the music, the Missa Solemnis. You saw the title there. And then now we're driving up to the Kimmel Center. You're going to see it coming up on the right. It's such an interesting building because the ceiling is made out of glass. So there's always lots of sunlight, and it really stands out among all these other rigid, traditional looking buildings all around it. It's very unique. Here is another perspective of it from outside. You see the blue and yellow in support of Ukraine, and some more buildings around Center City. And then here we go, COVID test. Music, water, the 3 most important things for the week. And then this is what the Kimmel Center looks like on the inside. They had these beautiful silks hanging everywhere too while we were there. See lots of organic looking wood and lots of bright sunlight. It's such an interesting and welcoming place to be. Very cool. Now let me show you what it looks like in Verizon Hall, which is where we did all of our performances. It's a very large space. Here's what Verizon Hall looks like right before a rehearsal with the orchestra. There you see an oboe, you see different instruments, lots of violin bows. Yes, and then you see the soloists up on this little platform. soloists, singers. There's a timpani right there. So that's what it looks like on the inside. So that's the Kimmel Center. But we also did one performance at Carnegie Hall. So let me tell you about that. We only did one performance at Carnegie Hall, and there was no visual component. So it was just the musicians, it was just the music. Carnegie Hall is a very famous performance venue. It is located in Manhattan in New York City, and it is kind of close to Central Park. It's such a famous performing venue because of the incredible acoustics. Even though it looks like a concert hall, it sounds like a cathedral, which means there's lots of echo. You see this picture here with just a piano. So that is showing us that a soloist can perform there and be well heard without any microphones or speakers, which is really incredible and very rare. And that's really why Carnegie Hall is such a famous place to perform for soloists or large ensembles, which is what we were. We were a very large ensemble. So that's what it looks like in a fancy picture, but here's what it looks like. Here's what it looked like right before the choir was warming up on the day that we performed there. Carnegie Hall. There you see all of the instrumentalists' stands. There are these folders with the Philadelphia Orchestra logo. They all have special folders. You can see how large the venue is as well. You can see how many seats there are. It really seats a lot of people, and it sounds awesome. All right, so let me share with you a couple of reviews. The Philadelphia Symphonic Choir made an admirable contribution with pure, well-blended sound and a strong sense of each movement's discrete character. They matched the urgency that Yannick Nézet-Séguin brought to the Gloria and the prayerful reverence of the Credo. Credit to the choir director Amanda Quist for guiding her forces past potential thickets of adversity. And that's from Bach Track. Dr. Amanda Quist, was actually one of my professors in college. So it was really exciting to get to work with her again. In this photo over here on the right, you can actually see me in the choir. I'm in the second row. If you look at the conductor, I'm in the second row of singers. I'm two people to the left of him. So there's the conductor. You go one person, you go another person. There I am. Here's another review. The Philadelphia Symphonic Choir acquitted itself admirably in the fiendishly difficult music. The chorus's energy never flagged in the great fugues which conclude both the Gloria and the Credo, the latter so fast and furious that it left the audience breathless, whether hurling out the opening measures of the Quoniam tu solus sanctus in the Gloria, or softly incanting the Et incarnatus est in the Credo. The tenors were in their element. The sopranos had the stamina to sing the seemingly endless sustained high notes with both vitality and beauty of sound. The chorus's director, Amanda Quist, had prepared them well. New York Classical Review. And in this picture, actually, this is from our performance in Carnegie Hall. This review that was written, this was from our performance in Carnegie Hall. And you can see I'm in this picture. So I'm in the front row, and there's three gentlemen, 1, 2, 3, in the front row of singers, and then there's me. You can see my red glasses. So there you go, my friends. That's everything that I have to share about my experience singing Beethoven's Missa Solemnis with the Philadelphia Orchestra. Thanks for watching.